Welcome to the Shills Halftime Idiot Report. I'm Babes Troglodyte reporting. Tonight's story, Harold Saive is going to teach us all about the ins and outs of Hurricane Dornian. Gee, I can't wait, folks.
Well, in case you haven't guessed by now, Dornian is as much a manufactured political storm as it is a geoengineered hurricane.
Wait, whoa there, Harold. Is this so-called political storm Republican or Democrat? And by geoengineering, I think you mean man-made. Well, please, do tell us who the culprits are.
The climate change and carbon trading billionaires are prepared to propagandize this to the hilt. And like the neuralizer in the movie Men in Black, the memory of Jeffrey Epstein has been erased from the public mind.
Oh, those terrible oil moguls. How dare they? How in the fuck is Jeff Epstein related to a hurricane in any way? What we've seen here, folks, is a classic example of a gish gallop. Let's see how much more mileage we can get out of this horse.
You've always heard that the eye of the storm is calm. Now look at the rotation of the clouds inside the eye of Dornian and how they rotate nearly as fast as the eye wall with 175-mile-an-hour winds.
Appears to be airplane aerosols? You mean chemtrails? Could be, might be, appear to be. Do you have any evidence, or are you just feeding us bullshit?
Next, we see what appears to be aerosol sprayed inside the eye of the storm. All of those long, thin clouds appear to be aircraft aerosols.
So basically, you're telling me that a storm with high winds, clouds will form, move, dissipate, and stretch. What exactly is man-made about that?
When you run the video in reverse, you can see how the trails become longer and shorter as the frame rocks back and forth.
Yeah, okay, this is going to be good. Yeah, Harold, I read through that patent, and the key word is mitigate, meaning to reduce or eliminate. And also, just because there's a patent doesn't mean the technology exists yet. And how is mitigation a bad thing?
Actually, aluminum dust is called for in the Solarian Corporation microwave satellite patent designed for weather control and mitigation of hurricanes.
From the patent itself, paragraph 10 reads, currently, there is no known system or method that effectively reduces the impact of weather elements, including large weather elements such as hurricanes and typhoons. How is this evidence of governmental influence on the storm?
Any technology that can weaken a hurricane can be reverse engineered to make it stronger.
So, what you're telling me is that a patent for an idea on, as of yet, undeveloped technology is now being reverse engineered and used for the opposite of its original patented intention. What?
Dornian was almost stalled at Elbow Cay with 185-mile-an-hour winds at 2 p.m. on Sunday.
Well, yeah, storms do move from point A to point B. Sometimes they do stall, which doesn't necessarily mean it's a weakening. 185-mile-hour winds is not a weak storm.
The barometric pressure at landfall was an ominous 911 or 911 millibars, an interesting number with the 18th anniversary of that false flag event coming on Wednesday after next.
Nice gish gallop, but a historical event has nothing to do with barometric pressure. How can any rational person conflate these two things? Conspiracy much, Harold?
If the storm continues on a straight path into Florida, it will run directly into Trump's mansion at Mar-a-Lago and Palm Beach. So is the deep state putting Trump under pressure to hop on board the global warming train? Maybe so.
Harold, Nobody, not even the so-called deep state, is driving this storm like a monster truck to cause civil mischief. The only civil mischief here is that you and your gish-galloping conspiracy theories are causing fear and panic in the gullible minds of all your 176 subscribers. And there you have it, folks. Harold Saive thinks we live in the Star Trek universe where we can control the weather. While scientists are researching that eventual possibility, they've only achieved limited success with something called cloud seeding to help make it rain. And that's a story for another show. Now, back to Dick and the Shills Live Show.